Ever wondered what Japan is really like beyond the stereotypes? Spend some time exploring this incredible country, and I'll share my honest thoughts. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the serene temples of Kyoto, everything you've heard about Japan being clean and orderly is absolutely true. But it's also so much more complex and vibrant than you have imagined. Let's start with Tokyo. This city is a sensory overload in the best way possible. You've got these massive intersections like Shibuya Crossing where thousands of people move in perfect harmony. The energy is electric with neon lights, towering skyscrapers, and a constant hum of activity. But just a few steps away from the main streets, you can find quiet alleyways with tiny traditional restaurants and peaceful shrines. It's this incredible contrast that defines Tokyo for me. It's organized chaos, but it works flawlessly. Then there's Kyoto, which feels like stepping back in time. The city is filled with over 1,000 temples and shrines, each with its own unique history and beauty. Walking through areas like Gion, with its preserved wooden machiya houses, you might even spot a Geico or Meiko shuffling to an appointment. It's a world away from Tokyo's futuristic vibe. The famous Fushimi Inari Shrine with its thousands of red torii gates is as magical as it looks in pictures. And the serene gardens of Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion, are simply breathtaking. Kyoto forces you to slow down and appreciate the beauty in tradition and nature. Getting between these cities is an experience in itself. The Shinkansen or bullet train is just as amazing as everyone says. It's ridiculously fast, punctual to the second, and so smooth you barely feel it moving. Looking out the window as the Japanese countryside zips by at 200 miles per hour is something you have to experience. While it's not the cheapest way to travel, the efficiency and comfort are unmatched. The entire public transportation system, from the subways in Tokyo to the buses in Kyoto, is a marvel of precision. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite parts of Japan, the food. Forget just sushi and ramen. The food scene is on another level. You can spend hours exploring food markets like Nishiki Market in Kyoto and Tsukiji. Outer Market in Tokyo, you can find everything from perfectly grilled scallops on a stick and sweet fluffy tamagoyaki tamachi filled with fresh strawberries. The street food culture is incredible. Every vendor takes such pride in their craft, and even the simplest snack is prepared with care. Don't be afraid to just point at what looks good. You'll rarely be disappointed. Understanding a bit about Japanese culture and etiquette can really enhance your trip. Politeness is deeply ingrained in society. People bow when they greet you, and you'll hear arigato gozaimasu, thank you very much everywhere. One key thing to remember is to be mindful of your volume in public spaces, especially on trains. Also, tipping is not a custom in Japan and can even be considered a little awkward. It's these small gestures of respect that make interactions so pleasant. It's interesting to see the difference between the tourist hotspots and the local neighborhoods. Places like Asosa in Tokyo are packed with visitors, but walk just 10 minutes away and you'll find yourself in a quiet residential area where daily life unfolds. You'll see kids walking home from school, elderly ladies tending to their gardens, and small family-run shops. I highly recommend taking some time to just get lost in these neighborhoods. It gives you a much more authentic feel for the country and its people. One of the biggest questions people have is about safety. I can honestly say Japan is one of the safest countries. You will feel completely comfortable walking around alone, even at night in big cities. People leave their bags on cafe tables to save their spot, and lost wallets are often returned with everything still inside. This sense of security is a huge plus for solo travelers and families. Now, what about the cost? Japan has a reputation for being expensive, and while certain things like the bullet train can be pricey, it can also be a surprisingly affordable destination. You can get a delicious and filling bowl of ramen for less than $10. Convenience stores like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson are your best friends. They have high-quality, cheap meals, snacks, and coffee that are way better than what you'd expect. So, while you can splurge on Michelin star dining, you can also travel very comfortably on a budget. The cleanliness is something that will constantly amaze you. The streets are spotless, yet you'll rarely see a public trash can. The rule is simple. You carry your trash with you until you find a place to dispose of it, usually back at your hotel or a convenience store. It's a collective responsibility that everyone takes seriously. This extends to public restrooms, which are almost always immaculate and often feature those high-tech toilets. The contrast between the crowds and the quiet is a recurring theme. You can be in the middle of Shinjuku Station, the busiest train station in the world, feeling a bit overwhelmed. But then you can hop on a train for an hour and find yourself in a peaceful mountain town like Hakone. Japan offers both extremes. If you need a break from the city, nature is never far away. Daily life for the average Japanese person is, of course, different from a tourist's experience. It's a culture of hard work, but also one that values community and routine. You see it in the morning rush of commuters, the perfectly packed bento boxes, and the after-work gatherings at local izakayas. It's a society built on structure and respect, which is fascinating to observe. Let's bust some stereotypes. Not everyone is obsessed with anime and manga, though it's a huge part of the culture. And while people are generally reserved, they are also incredibly helpful. If you look lost, someone will likely stop and try to help you, even if there's a language barrier. The reality of Japan is much more nuanced and human than any stereotype could capture. What surprises first-time visitors the most? I think it's the seamless blend of the ancient and the ultra-modern. You'll see a centuries-old temple with a vending machine selling hot coffee right outside its gates. You'll see someone in a traditional kimono texting on the latest smartphone. This coexistence is what makes Japan so unique. So, what are the pros of visiting? The incredible food, the safety, the politeness of the people, the efficient transportation, and the sheer beauty of both its cities and natural landscapes. The biggest con? It can be a little intimidating if you don't speak the language, but Google Translate works wonders, and many signs in tourist areas are in English. The crowds in popular spots can also be overwhelming during peak season. Who is Japan best for? Honestly, almost everyone. It's amazing for solo travelers because it's so safe. It's great for foodies who want to explore one of the world's best culinary scenes. It's perfect for history buffs and culture lovers. And it's fantastic for families looking for a clean, safe, and fascinating destination. A common mistake tourists make is trying to cram too much into one trip. Japan is a country that's meant to be savored. Don't try to see Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka in 5 days. You'll just be exhausted. Give yourself time to wander, to sit in a cafe, to get a little lost. That's when the real magic happens. Here are my final thoughts. Japan will exceed all of your expectations. It will challenge your perceptions, delight your senses, and leave you with a deep appreciation for a culture that is both profoundly different from your own and yet universally human. It's a country that rewards curiosity. Go with an open mind, an empty stomach, and a willingness to explore. You won't regret it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe for more travel guides. See you in the next Destination Explained.